Okay, let's talk about this Boycott Palworld, because this is actually stupid. Why, as a Pokemon fan, would you want to boycott Palworld if you could just play both the games and enjoy yourself? Like, as a gamer, your job is not to rep one, and I'm saying this very clearly, not to rep one company, one style of the game. As a gamer, it's your job to play multiple games for the enjoyment of it. Seek your time into other location, other genres, or just different games that do slightly different things, or in the case of Palworld, massively different things in a different, innovative way. I can't comprehend that, like, if you're a fan of Pokemon, right? If you truly love the IP, I get that. Go buy the cards, they keep them alive, right? But if you truly care for Pokemon, why would you want to boycott a game that's gonna have to make the Pokemon Game Freak, the developers, actually try in their next installment? You should be happy that someone lit a fire under their asses, because believe it or not, Pokemon has been very stagnant or stale for years. They don't do much, they don't try much, and now, thanks to Palworld, everybody is looking at Nintendo or Game Freak to be exact, and they're like, what are you gonna do? You can't go after them legally, you can't sue them. So what are you gonna do to make it so your game can rival this game? And this is an indie title. That's $30. And yet Pokemon charges you a lot more for less gameplay, less quality, less innovation. If you're a ride or die Pokemon, right, and Palworld somehow pisses you off, I get it, fine. But Pokemon did not create the monster captures genre. I think that was Shimatami Sensei. You know what I'm saying? Why doesn't Nintendo go after, I don't know, Persona? Or if they really wanted to, they can go after Digimon. Real talk, Digimon, you were already Palworld before Palworld. You had people living in cyberspace with Pokemons with guns, which are basically Digimons. Have you seen these evolutions? And Digimon, you literally missed out. You guys had everything there, and you decided not to do anything with it. You guys are pissed at yourself. I can guarantee you that. Back to the Palworld situation, guys. Stop hating. Go play the game. It's actually fun. It's enjoyable. Pokemon Red and Blue came out in 1996. It is old. This franchise is old as balls. And you're telling me they're getting outgunned by an indie game. This is ridiculous. I expect better from a franchise that's almost 30 years old, that has grossed millions, billions at this point. Let me be real with you, billions. And yet, somehow, an indie game made by a few developers who care enough to hear what the fan base wants, important to note right there, they care enough, is outperforming Pokemon. That's kind of silly to me, to actually understand. And if you're mad at Palworld for doing what they do, you should be more pissed at Pokemon for not innovating at all. This also goes down to the mods in Pokemon, like all those fan-made mods, those fan creation. My favorite Pokemon ROM hack or fan-made game is Pokemon Ultimate Fusion. I don't need to explain to you how that should have already been in Pokemon, right? You already have the bandwidth to do this in your company, and you choose not to. Like, that's a missed opportunity, and I'm glad you guys can no longer take that without people being like you're just copying Ultimate Fusion. On a side note, I wish Ultimate Fusion threw away the whole completely Pokemon aspect of it and made its own game, because all this work, all this sprite work that goes into this game alone, massive. I think millions of sprites. Maybe I'm just like overthinking it, but I'm thinking millions of sprites. Tiresome work, hours, man hours. I mean, huge amount of hours. And I believe the people who work on this game should be paid for their work. Not through donation, but because they made a good product and they can sell it. But they can't because it's stuck with the label Pokemon. That's a curse. It's inspiration. It draws in a lot of attention. But to be real, be honest about it. If this did not have the Pokemon label on all these monsters, which you can do whatever you want with it, it's just a monster. They can have similarity. They're inspired by real life animals. They could have made such a great fan mod. They could have sold this on Steam and people would have lost their mind for this game. It's wasted potential, but I love what it is. Right? Sure, it's cool and novel because, we're fusion Pokemons. But imagine if this was its own game. They would have made it. They would have made it on the news. We've been talking about how great this game is. And it is a good game. It's a really good top tier fan mod. but it's gonna be treated like that, just another fan mod. And I believe the people behind this should get paid for their work. It is amazing what they did. Okay, back to the Palworld. This is a great game. Small review. I put about 36 hours in this game, and honestly, I'm gonna tell you, I enjoyed every little bit of it. I just cut Anubis. I didn't cheese him by, making him an egg. Like, no, I didn't birth him. Well, I didn't birth him, not me, but I didn't make, no. What? I mean, listen, I caught him, all right? I caught him. Either way, he's great. He's OP. I love the game. I'm about to play with my wife. She's about to get it, so, I'm about to start a whole new world. So I'm probably going to delete this one, but it is a great game. It's an enjoyable game. It starts off a bit slow, like Bilheim starts out a bit slow, but every game where you have to build your own base and gather resources starts that way. But this is really fun. This is a good, enjoyable experience. It's nice to have the Pokemon formula be remixed in a way where it's just fresh. And I guarantee you that if you haven't played it yet and you're just salty about Pokemon being dethroned for the lack of innovation, just try this game. You will enjoy it. Listen, you can still play Pokemon and it's still there, but you would enjoy Palworld. If you play Palworld, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Anyway, this has been Definitely Not a Bot. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. If you like the video, give me a thumbs down. Comment what you think about Pokemon fan mods. Talk about ROM hacks. Which ones are your favorite? What you think about the situation about Palworld being boycotted by Pokemon's fan base, when they honestly should just be playing a game that it's up their alley. Hit me with a subscribe if you think I've earned it. But whatever you do, make sure you have a good day on purpose. And I'll catch you on the next one.